This is Kate Springett. A self-taught ornithologist, she was the official Hampstead Heath bird recorder from 1959 until her death in 1995. For 14 years, she ran adult education classes in birdwatching for the Marylebone Institute. And when she reluctantly retired from teaching in 1981, students from her classes joined together and formed the Marylebone Birdwatching Society to continue meeting and learning about birds. Her work carries on, and this film is a celebration of our activities restarting as we go through our 40th year and hopefully move out of the shadow of the COVID pandemic.
My name is Barbara Luke, and I'm a founder member. We were founded from people who'd been to Kate Springett's classes. We all met together on coaches and on other field trips, so we knew each other and we formed this society. Of course I enjoy the birds. I confess I enjoy the sociability as much as the birds. It's a very important element, and I think this group is very inclusive and has a very wide range of abilities. We all enjoy our birds, but we do enjoy other aspects of the society as well.
Well, my name is Mary, and I was introduced to the MBS by my mother, and I went on the walks with her, and I learned such a lot about birds. You don't notice, you don't really see things. You know, you can walk around not seeing stuff until it's pointed out to you and you think, wow, yes, and then you become, what I found is I became a bit more observant, you know, and then you recognise things for yourself, and it really is a nice feeling. And yeah, I'm so pleased that you're still here, because I heard glimmers in the, you know, in the pandemic, and you valiantly, you know, carried on, and now you're back, and I think you've triumphed over adversity, actually, and it's great fun and it's very interesting. And I don't know much about birds, but I know more than quite a few of my friends, and it's great. Thank you.
My name is Andy. I think I've been coming over here with the group about 7 years. I love the consistency of the group. It's always here, whatever the weather. I'm not always here, but the group is, and so it's good to know that when you turn up on a Tuesday, they're here. We always see something interesting. Might not always be an interesting bird, though we do see lots of those. Might be a flower or a plant or a butterfly, fungi. It's a great walk. It's always enjoyable. The group's friendly, and you always learn something.
My name's Helen, and I really enjoy the weekly Tuesday walks, but I also like the local outings, and especially the coach trips, because they go to places that, because I don't drive, I wouldn't otherwise have a chance to go to. A lovely group of people with common interests. Yeah, I really enjoy my Tuesdays.
I'm Meg Game, and I worked for quite a long time as a senior ecologist for the Heath, which was a wonderful job, as you can imagine.
And Meg, you're being very modest. I understand you were leading the MBS Heath walks for quite a few years. Would you like to say something about that?
Yes, I mean, I knew the Heath because I was the ecologist here. I knew the Heath extremely well, and I had fun in leading people round by different routes all the time. And I learnt a lot about birds, most of which I've forgotten now. But I learnt a lot about birds with the Tuesday walks. Some of my very best friends have come from the Tuesday walk, and I'm so lucky.
It's now the middle of November, and the Union Jacks are still flying at Victoria Station, left over from Remembrance Sunday a few days before. We're taking the train down to Faversham and visiting the reserves at Orr Marshes on the Kent coast. Good afternoon. Here we are at All Marshes on the Kent coast. A nice cool, crisp autumn afternoon. And the views are absolutely stunning. Seeing a starling murmuration is always something special. If you look carefully in this murmuration, you'll see a bird of prey, probably a peregrine, diving repeatedly into the middle of the murmuration, scattering the birds wildly. Here's another look, magnified and slowed down. It doesn't look as if he was successful this time. It's getting dark by now, and that's about it for this day. But there's always next time. That's the beauty of birding. Back in 2004, this bench made from a fallen oak from Hampstead Heath was dedicated to the memory of Kate Springett in this, what has now come to be known as Springett's Wood. I never got to meet Kate, but it's my honour to perpetuate her memory by my work with the MBS, and it's a real joy that 40 years on, the Marylebone Birdwatching Society still flourishes. And here's to the next 40 years.